Well, hello, kids. Once again, it's Josh here, and this, of course, is the Bible and an atheist point of view. Today, I have gone on a bike ride out on the bike trail, and I know I'm surrounded by garbage. Apparently, it was a good place for some young teenagers to fuck. But I figured, you know what the hell? I'm reading garbage. Why not be surrounded by garbage, right? Alright, okay. Well, where I left off, and, before we go on, that's right, don't want to forget this time. Bumper music. Alright. I really think I'm going to change that soon. Okay, and where I left off is Numbers, chapter 12, I believe. Oh, no. It was chapter 11. Okay. Now, the paraphrase is fire from the Lord. Fire! Verse 1. Now the people complained about their hardships in the hearing of the Lord, and when he heard them, his anger was aroused. What? He got mad and he got a boner? Fuck, that's twisted. Then fire from the Lord burned among them and consumed some of the outskirts of the camp. Some of them. When the people cried out to Moses, he prayed to the Lord, and the fire died down. Please! It's a miracle! So that place was called Taberah, because fire from the Lord had burned among them. Alright, next paraphrase. Quail from the Lord. Verse 4. The rabble with them the rabble. The rabble with them began to crave other food, and against the Israelites startled wailing and said, if only we had meat to eat. What the fuck is a rabble? Rabble. We remember the fish we ate in Egypt at no cost, although the cucumbers, melons, leeks, onions, and garlic. Verse 6, but now we have lost our appetite. We never see anything but this manna. The funky shrooms that show up every Sunday. Verse 7, the manna was like coriander seed and looks like resin. Smoke it then. It's resin, yeah. Verse 8, the people went out gathering it and then ground it in a handmill or crushed it in a mortar. Alrighty then. They cooked it in a pot or made it into cakes. And it tasted something made with olive oil. Well, of course, because I didn't fucking have anything else. Didn't have any other ingredients, grain and oil, that's it, eat up. Verse 9, then when the dew settled on the camp at night, the manna also came down. Sure it did. Came down. Don't you mean it grew up? Verse 10, Moses heard the people of every family wailing each at the entrance of his tent. The Lord became exceedingly angry, and Moses was troubled. Well, fuck Moses. Verse 11, he asked the Lord, why have you brought this trouble on your servant? What have I done to displease you that you put the burden of all these people on me? Did I conceive all these people? Inconceivable! Did I give them birth? Why do you tell me to carry them in my arms as a nurse carries an infant to the land you promised on oath to these forefathers? Verse 13. Where can I get meat for all these people? Oh, go to McDonald's. Where else? It's probably not real meat, but that's okay. Verse 14. I cannot carry all these people by myself. We'll make some of the fuckers walk. Duh! Or drive. Take the bus. The burden is too heavy for me. Verse 15. This is funny shit. Verse 15, if this is how you are going to treat me, put me to death right now. Kill me here, right now. Just put that gun in my head and blow my fucking brains out. If I have found favor in your eyes, and do not let me face my own ruin. Verse 16, the Lord said to Moses, bring me 70 of Israel's elders, who are known to you as leaders and officials among the people. Have them come to the tent of meeting, that they may stand with you there. And I will take of the sprint that is on you, and put the sprint on them. They will help you carry the burden of the people so that you do not have to carry it alone. Well, isn't that nice? It's going to help. I wonder if you can pick up if I'm picking up the sound of the electrical wires. I can hear the buzz, like right there, but they're not in this shot. Oh, where was it? Okay. Verse 18, tell the people, consecrate yourselves in preparation for tomorrow. Then you will eat meat. Then you can eat my meat. The Lord heard you when you wailed, if only we had meat to eat. You got meat to beat, you just don't got meat to eat. We were better off in Egypt. I could have told much yet. Well, don't get rained on. Alright, where'd I leave off? Oh yeah, beat my meat. Meat to eat! We were better off in Egypt. Now the Lord will give you meat and you will eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it up. Verse 19, you will not eat for it for just 1 day, or 2 days, or 5, or 10, or 20. Whoa, well, that's 21. That's the winter day. But for a whole month, until it comes out of your nostrils, and you loathe it, because you have rejected the Lord who is among you, and have wailed before him, saying, why did we ever leave Egypt? Crybabies. Verse 21, then Moses said, here I am among 600,000 men on foot. And you say, I will give them meat to eat for a whole month. Would they have enough if flocks and herds were slaughtered for them? Would they have enough if all the fish in the sea were caught for them? Ah, that's funny shit. Verse 23, the Lord answered Moses, is the Lord's arm too short? He can't jerk himself off. He needs help. You will now see whether or not what I say will come true for you. Alrighty then. Verse 24, so Moses went out and told the people what the Lord had said. He brought together 70 of their elders and had them stand down the tents. Then the Lord came down in the cloud and spoke with him. Oh yes, the magic cloud. Of course he's going to show up in a fucking cloud. Then he took of the Spirit that was on him and put the Spirit on the 70 elders. When the Spirit rested on them, they prophesied, but they did not do so again. Did not. Verse 26, however, 2 men whose names were Eldad and Medad. What fucking names are that? Eldad, Medad, Crawdad, your dad. Had remained at the camp. They were listed among the elders, but did not go out to the tent. Yet the Spirit also rested on them, and they prophesied in the camp. A young man ran and told Moses, Eldad and Medad and your dad and my dad are prophesying in the camp. Your dad. No, not Eldad, my dad. Verse 28, Joshua, son of Nun. Your son of nothing. Who had been Moses' aide since youth, spoke up and said, Moses, my lord, stop them. Verse 29, but Moses replied, are you jealous for my sake? Are you jealous for fuck's sake? Are you jealous for Christ's sake? Not for Christ's sake. I wish that all the Lord's... chunky. I wish that all the Lord's people were on them. Then Moses and the elders of Israel returned to the camp. Verse 31, now wind went out from the Lord. That's a nice way of saying it. The Lord farted and drove quail in from the sea. What? Drove quail in from the sea. Quail. I didn't realize they were fish. It brought them down all around the camp to about 3 feet above the ground as far as a day's walk in any direction. Any direction, you say? Verse 32, and that day and night and all the next day the people went out and gathered quail. No spread, no one gathered less than 10 homers. No! Homers? Yeah, I got a homer, dude, right on. Then they spread them out all around the camp. But while the meat was still between their teeth and before it could be consumed, what? The anger of the Lord burned against the people. He was mad. Go! Make them choke on him. And he struck them with a severe plague. Of course he did. Such a loving God. Didn't like the way they were eating. Yeah, thanks, God. Hey, fuck you, God. Fuck you very much. Verse 34, therefore the place was named Kibroth Hattaavah because they buried the people who had created other food. From Kibroth Hattaavah, the people traveled to Hazeroth and stayed there. Fuck, I hate it when somebody calls me on my phone when I'm doing this shit. Well, kids, this is Josh, and this has been the Bible and an atheist point of view.